This might be the only sourcing video you need to sell products on Amazon in 2024. How's it going, everyone? It's Alex with SellerAmp. Today, we're going to be doing some live sourcing where I'm looking at websites to find products that you can sell on Amazon in 2024. These products are going to be specifically geared towards the new year and New Year's resolutions. So we're going to focus on that niche of product. Let's jump around to the computer so we can get into some sourcing. All right, so we're sourcing some Walgreens today. We're looking at their New Year, New You category, and that's just going to be all their vitamin supplements, self-care and wellness, weight management, all that good stuff. So if we scroll down on that page, we can see that they do have buy one, get one free, buy one, get one 50% off vitamins. And then actually they're running, it does say 10% off select self-care and wellness products for, using this code. But actually when you go to the checkout, what I found out is that they're running a 24% off site-wide with a specific code related to the new year. So we're going to take advantage of that. But we're just going to look at multivitamins here. And we might go into some brands, right? Because once we find a brand that we know has arbitrage potential, maybe we'll focus on that brand so we have a better chance of finding products to sell on Amazon. Because if you just keep looking at different brands and not knowing if each brand is worth looking at or not, you're just going to be wasting time sourcing. So we want to make sure that we're not wasting time. So that's what we're going to hopefully focus on here. So we can see that there's going to be a ton of different brands, ton of different product types. So what we're going to do is just go down the list here, and I'm going to kind of explain the process of how I look at these products, what data I look at to determine if it's worth looking into to see if we can find it profitably. Otherwise, we're going to skip a lot of products because a lot of them just aren't worth looking at, and it's just going to waste our time, right? Because we want to be as efficient as possible when we're looking at products, because we can see just under this multivitamin category, there's 253 items that are on some sort of sale. Plus we have that 24% off. So got to keep that in mind, but let's just go down the list here. We have Nature's Bounty. That's, I think, a decent brand, but let's just right click on that. And then you open SAS search. What you can see is what's highlighted here is probably going to be inserted into SellerAmp. And that's going to basically search that title in Amazon. And then what sometimes happens is it's going to add too much information, right? So what we have to do is go and delete a lot of this extra stuff out, right? So we only care about, like the multivitamin 80 count, right? Exactly what we have here. And hopefully that's going to bring up, some type of search of the products that we're looking at here. We want to find a direct match. And then also we want to find it, it profitably. So we want to look for that women's multivitamin. It looks like it's a raspberry flavor. And then obviously the 80 count. We got to make sure that the count is right, because you're going to probably see some products that look profitable, but then when you look at the title, it's actually a 180 count instead of 80. So just want to make sure we're getting those things right, but understand that this product is buy one, get one free. So that $12.99, you actually get two for $12.99. And then we have that 24% off. Maybe we can get the extra 10% off on top of our 24% off. I haven't tried that out, but we can also, add that to our cart and see if that gives us any extra margin here. So again, we're looking for women's multivitamin, that Nature's Bounty brand. It looks like there is some Nature's Bounty brand here, but we got to make sure that we're finding it profitably, right? Maybe we do find a good brand that we can sell or that has arbitrage potential, but we're always seeing that we're not getting it cheap enough, or it's really hard to find this. It might mean that people are getting this product for a wholesale price that's way lower than what we can find on websites. And then it might be worth just skipping that brand and moving on to another brand. Otherwise, you're going to get discouraged often because you're finding all these products that look like they could be good, and then they're not actually good. So we want to make sure we don't run into that issue, get discouraged, and not find any products. So, all right. So I'm not seeing this exact women's multivitamin gummies. I mean, I see this here. It's a little bit different packaging, which sometimes means that, it's not the same exact product. Sometimes it does. But we can see that it's a 90 gummies and we're looking at the 80 gummies. So we want to make sure, right? Like, even if you think it's the same product, just different packaging, really double check the data and like look at the titles, right? It does look like it's raspberry flavored raspberry. So you might just gloss over it and then not realize that this is 80 gummies and this is 90 gummies. So, Amazon's on this product, not a great product to look at anyway, but you're going to find some products that look very similar, could be super profitable, but then you realize, you don't have the right amount, in the bottle. So don't want to run into that issue, because you're going to have a lot of complaints from customers selling fake product, whatever it is. You don't want to run into that. So, okay. So now we're going to keep moving on here. I'm going to avoid the Walgreens brand. I'm not really sure if there's IP issues with that brand or whatnot, but we're just going to skip that for now. And we're just going to look at other brands that Walgreens sells. So again, we can right click SAS search, and that's going to search, the title in SellerAmp and search that in Amazon. So we can hopefully find a direct match. And SellerAmp is just going to be, that great midway tool that gives you all the data that you need to make it a quick decision on whether the product is worth looking into or not. So we can see here we have 275 tablets, but it is a bundle with something else, 2024 calendar. Yeah, we don't have the calendar, obviously, so we can skip that listing. This one is a 200 count. This one's only a 100. So again, want to make sure we have the right product here. And what I'm noticing here right off the bat, right? Amazon's on this product. And do we see Amazon on any other of these products? We don't. But this one specifically, which is the direct match, we can see that Amazon's on it. So first off, Amazon is going to usually find products, at the same price that you're purchasing at, or they're selling it right at the same price that you're able to purchase it at. So this is kind of something that you'll see over and over again. And when you do, you can know to avoid those types of products, just so you're not running into any issues of, potentially wasting time on a product that Amazon is going to have the buy box dominated and you're not going to be able to find it profitably. So this is a great example, right? It's a really fast moving product. Under a 1K rank in any category is going to sell super fast. But we can see that, our max cost to be profitable is only $5.50. We're getting this for $15 with even some discounts is still not going to get us close to that $5.50. That's like a 75% discount from where it's currently at, which most sites aren't going to give 75% off. So Amazon's on it. There are a lot of offers, other offers, but just know that, that $5.50 is going to be so hard to achieve. And again, it's not even the same count, right? This is a 200 count. So for a 100 count, we basically have to double that. So the price has to double as well. So now we're really not even close to that $5.50 price. So we're going to skip that for now. And we can maybe, if we look at a couple of these Centrum branded products and we see that same trend, maybe we write off Centrum, we skip that brand, and we know that, it's not worth looking into, because more than likely we're just going to see products that Amazon is also selling. And then it's going to, waste our time. So again, if it gives you a bad search, double check that the title doesn't have all this extra information in it, because that's going to mess with your search. You just want to search the title of this product in Amazon, because it's going to give you the best chance at finding that direct match. So we can see that it is Centrum Silver, adult 50 plus. This packaging looks a little bit different. It's an 80 count. It might be the exact same though. It's just probably the box, but if you look at, what's inside, the packaging is probably very similar. Again, we're getting this for $10 with some discounts. Amazon's selling it for $10. So we got to get it for, basically negative, which is not possible. So we can see Amazon's on a lot of these Centrum. So maybe that's, something we want to skip. We can see Flintstone gummies. This is a different brand, right? So we're going to search that. Again, right click. You can open the product separately if you really wanted to. And now we got the product open on its own. And then you can open the SellerAmp Chrome extension here. But if you want a little bit speedier way of sourcing, again, you can right click on the title. Make sure it's on the title. Don't right click on the photo, because this SAS search isn't going to actually search the title in a lot of different cases. Sometimes it will. On certain websites, it'll allow you to do that when you right click. But a lot of times you have to right click the title itself to open it up, and then it'll give you a direct match here. So we can see that Amazon's on one of these Flintstone gummy listings, not on the other one. They are on this other one here. But the fact that they're not on all of them is maybe a good sign that we can look into that brand. The prices are really hard to see here, right? Like 47 cents. We're not going to get that for 47 cents ever. So Amazon must be really getting that at a nice wholesale price. So let's maybe check like a different brand here. Let's look at this Ollie brand. I've seen the Ollie brand before, and we can see that, multi-packs are going for a little bit more money than just the ones that are Amazon is on. So maybe, here's another one, another multi-pack that is at a decent price, and Amazon is not on the listing. And we see a bunch of other sellers on the listing, which again, might mean that other sellers have been selling this product, which makes it a good candidate for an arbitrage product. So maybe this Ollie brand is one we want to focus on. Yeah, we can see Amazon's not on a lot of these. Now the ranks aren't great here, but we can look through all of their products and see, maybe some of their other products might actually be profitable if we find the right one, or if we find the right multi-pack listing, right? There's a lot of different things that could happen here. So what we're going to do is right click, open this in a new tab. And then once we have the product open, again, we searched this product already briefly, so we know we're not going to be able to find that. But with Ollie, we're getting that buy one, get one 25% off. It does say extra 10% off, but again, I don't know if that combines with the 24% off. We can always double check that. But at the minimum, we know we're getting the 24% off on top of the buy one, get one 25% off. So that's a great start here. So we're going to click this Ollie button here, and then that's going to bring up all of the Ollie products. There's only 39 to search through, but maybe we find a couple profitable ones here. And that's kind of the method that you guys should be focused on for, the maximum efficiency. If you find a good brand on any website, search all of the products in that brand right away. Don't keep going and bouncing around in different brands, because you're just going to be less efficient with your time, not knowing which brands are actually worth looking into. Once you start to understand which brands are good, you're going to have a lot quicker time sourcing. You're going to probably find products more often. And then when you're adding them to your SellerAmp Google Sheets, then you can track these products over and over again. And every time there's a sale on the website, you can repurchase those products, hopefully profitably. So basically, we're just going to go down the line here. 39 products. I can get through those pretty quickly in this video. So we'll just go down the line, hopefully, and look at every product here. And again, if you don't see the direct match right away in the first couple of products, double check the title, right? There might be some extra stuff in there. Sometimes Amazon is able to detect which product it is, even with that extra, text in there. But sometimes you have to delete it to get the right search. So we can see that this product here is a 2-pack, right? But it's the same product. It's a direct match here. But again, $15.99, we're getting it for probably like $10 or $11 with the discount. But this is a 2-pack. So that means we're able to buy the 2-pack for $20. We need to get it for $11. So again, not the direct match, or not good enough for us. Doesn't meet our criteria. And the rank is really bad as well. 319K rank isn't going to sell very quickly, even in the health and household category, which is one of the best selling categories. So what we want to do is just quickly scan it. If we see some bad ranks here, not even worth looking into. Some of this sleep product, right, is Amazon selling it, but the rank is pretty solid. So just keep those things in mind. But we're going to move on to the next product here. Again, right click the title, open up SAS search, and then it's going to search the title in Amazon. Hopefully we can find the direct match here. So we got a women's multi 90 count. Again, you want to make sure that you have the direct match. This is 130 count. This is a 90 count. We want to make sure we look at only the 90 counts. Here's a 90 count 3-pack, right? Now we're looking a little bit better. 3-pack. This one we'll just do the calculation just to double check here. But let's open this product in Walgreens here, and we can see $15.99. So if we get out our calculator, we're looking at $15.99. And that's buy one, get one 25% off. So basically we can assume that, if we split that 25% off in half, each product is only, 12.5%. Each product gets the 12.5% discount. So we're going to multiply that $15.99 by 0.875. That gets us $13.99 per product. Now we're going to multiply by 0.76. That's our 24% discount. If you're good with fractions, this is going to make a lot of sense to you. So now we're seeing this. Each product is $10.63. We multiply that by 3 because we're looking at a 3-pack. We're able to purchase 3 of these. When we buy these in bulk, 3 of them for $31.90. So if we type that in, $31.90. Now we're looking at $9 profit we'll make on these, but only a 28% ROI. Now that's not horrible, right? $8 profit. Sometimes we might take a 28% ROI, but I am not going to take the 28% ROI when we're only selling this product 8 times per month. We just need to see more volume on a product like this to take a little bit lower ROI. Because if we have a slow moving product mixed with a low ROI, a lot of times what happens is, people buy a lot of stock of this stuff because they see the big margin, or they see that, they're going to make money on it. And then when it sells a little bit slower than they expected, they're getting, anxious about the product. They will start lowering their price to see if it triggers more sales. And then other sellers are going to do the same. And then all of a sudden, this price drops $10 in a day because everybody is lowering their price to try to get more sales out of this product. And then all of a sudden, we're selling this for 55 instead. And now our margin's only 14%. You mix returns in there, and you're probably not going to make any money on this product, as well as it's going to sit in your inventory for a while. So not a great product, but a good example to do the calculation so we can see, if this product is profitable. So let's keep looking down the list here. We'll just go a little bit quicker now that we know the process and we know what to look for. So we see a 42 count. We want to make sure we have the goodbye stress. This is a 2-pack, 84, so 42 times 2. So this is a direct match, but we can see 284K rank. Again, it's only going to sell maybe 10, 15 times a month. And if there's multiple sellers on the listing, we got to share the sales with some of those sellers. We're not going to get the buy box the entire time. So again, there's 11 sellers on the listing. If there's 10 sales a month, each seller gets, on average 1 sale. So got to keep that in mind. Probably not worth purchasing. So we can move on. If we keep looking, maybe we find a better listing for this that's a little bit better rank, but doesn't seem like it. So we're going to move on to the next. And all these are priced very similarly with the same discount, so we can kind of remember that same price. We don't have to do the calculation over and over again. But we see 90 count here, and this one is a 200 count, so not the same product. 90 count, but the rank is bad. This one might be a 90 count, but the rank is bad again. So what we're going to do, move on to the next product, right? Once we start to see trends and we can get through these products a little bit quicker, you'll be able to get through those 39 products in 5 minutes instead of like 40 minutes, right? If it takes you a minute a product, you're going to be sourcing pretty slow. You're not going to get through a ton of products. But if you start to get through these things quickly because you're practicing a lot and you're sourcing and going through this method often, you're going to be able to get through these 40 products in 5 minutes or so. All right, we have this extra strength sleep. It's a 50 count, extra strength sleep, 50 count. Got to get it for $2.80. Amazon's on the listing. There are other sellers, but that maybe meant that, Amazon was out of stock at one point and this buy box was a lot higher. Some of those sellers didn't quite get all their stock on. Amazon jumped back on the listing, kind of messed it up for a lot of sellers. So one thing you want to be careful of, but at some point these sellers were probably selling this profitably. So something to keep in mind. We see the Sleep Zen gummy. That's like the exact product that we want to see here. $18.99. It's not going to be the direct match. Also 70 count versus 60 count. So we're going to go all the way over to these probiotic just to double check. And we'll keep going down the list here until we find hopefully one that's profitable before the end of the video. So probiotic here, we got a 50 count, 50 count. Okay, so we do see the match here, right? And it looks like it's just a 1 count. So hopefully we don't see the discount though. That's the only thing. We don't see the buy one, get one 25% off, but we could probably apply the 24% off. So let's open this in Amazon with our SellerAmp extension. And then we're going to see, what we're looking at here. So $18.99, we'll just assume we get that discount. So $18.99, we can use this as a calculator, times 0.76. That's our 24% off. We're getting this for $14.43. Not going to be quite profitable. Only 5% margin. Not good enough for us. So we're going to keep moving on. We're not going to waste a ton of time, right? If you see those things, you kind of have use the discount a couple different times. You're going to know exactly what's the lowest of low that your product price can be. If you can't beat what the max cost is on the SellerAmp, calculator, move on to the next product. Don't sit and dwell on the same product. So, okay, kids probiotic. There's just a lot of like good looking products here that, could be profitable with all these extra discounts applied. We just want to make sure, that we have the direct match here. So we have 70. This looks like 160 2-pack. So it's, 320 count. So really good product, but we don't have the right size. So unless we find that direct match here, we have a 2-pack, 70 count. Okay, so we do have the direct match here. Let's open the Amazon listing and see if it is profitable or not. All right, so we can see that it is selling for $37.38. We need to get this for $18.61. We go back here, right? We can remember that after all the discounts, we're only going to get this product for $10.63. It's a 2-pack. You do the math there. We're over $20 on our buy cost, closer to $21. Only going to be a 15% ROI. Again, not quite good enough for me. I'd prefer at least a 30%, especially on a product that doesn't sell super fast. I mean, 67 times per month, 150K rank isn't horrible, right? Don't get me wrong. You can definitely sell, 10 to 20 if you're getting the buy box and you're in stock often. But 15% ROI is just a little bit too low for me. So we will move on to the next product here. Tropical mango. Let's see. Looks like this is the match, but we got to make sure the size is right. This one's an 80 count. Okay, so we want to make sure we have 50 count. So we do have the same product. Doesn't give us a max cost here. The rank is a little bit high, but again, there are other sellers in the listing, so people are selling this profitably. So we want to make sure that we're not going to skip over it, just to make sure we can sell it profitably. So $14. Again, $15.99 is going to be the same thing. We're going to get this for like $21, somewhere in that range. We're going to lose money on this product, so we will not be purchasing that. So let's go kids chillax sunny sherbet flavor. Okay, we do see the match here. 50 count. Okay, if this is a 1 pack, we might actually be profitable on this one. Okay, so 23.56, that's what it's selling for. We got to get this for under $10.75. So we might actually be okay here. So let's just to like really make it easy, right? Maybe our calculation is off, but if we add this product to the cart, apply the discounts, we can actually see exactly, what we're looking at for price here. So let's just add like 6 to the cart because buy one get one 25% off. That'll give us a few more here. So we'll view the cart. All right, now we can see that 24% off is applied to this product. So brings our cost down to $75.93. Let's see if we can add that new 10. That would make it pretty helpful. It doesn't look like you can apply both. So we have the 24% off. Again, we get that buy one, get one, 25% off. So make sure you're ordering an even number. That's going to help your price even more. I have 7 in the cart. Let's bring it down to 6. Okay, now we're looking at $63.78. We'll divide that by 6. So we're getting this product for $10.63. So $10.63. This is with my prep fee included. We're going to be making just over $3 profit, 31% ROI. If I wanted to get a little more margin out of this, right? The product is so cheap, I might be better off sending it to my house, paying sales tax, not paying the prep fee, and sending it in myself. And again, sometimes those cheaper items might be cheaper, to pay the sales tax than the prep fee itself. So if we look at 1063 multiplied by 1.055, that's adding the 5% sales tax, but I'm subtracting my prep fee of $1.55. We're basically when you do the math, or if I were to change the settings so my prep fee is not in there, I'm really only paying $9.66. So actually my profit is going to increase by almost $1, and my ROI is up from 31% up to 44%. So if I just do a little bit of extra prep work myself, could actually make an extra dollar per product on this product. So you might find that might be worth it on certain items that you're finding really cheap. And some of the more expensive items or the hard to prep items might be better off sending to the prep center. So awesome. Looks like we found a profitable product under this Ollie brand. Definitely could maybe keep finding more products if we did a little bit more searching under that brand, because there were a few more we didn't look at. But I hope you guys found this informational video super helpful on how to get through products quickly when manual sourcing, using the SellerAmp Chrome extension to help you with your data analysis to speed up your sourcing. If you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the SellerAmp channel, and we'll see you in the next one.